Greetings and welcome to Hexed Countered. I'm Joe. It is time for us to resume our campaign here in Knights Flashpoint. We just did part 1 recently, and now we're going to pick it up here in part 2. I'm just going to click the continue button here to continue our game. Okay, so we are back in our safe house here, and you can see we've got a trash room that we are currently cleaning. And we have a cleaned room that we are upgrading the power supply in, which will take 24 hours. We are 1 day and 18 hours away from a conversation with Tosca to figure out what the heck happened here. And we've got mercs that are training. All right, so we can send. Now he's got class training, right? So here's class training. You can preview it. Go back. So let's kind of go through what we have on this screen, because I didn't really do that in the previous one. And you can see all your crew members, right? So Joe Crit Hexed, he's the Cyber Knight. He's ready to train now because he's back up on his feet. So we can look at that in a moment. But what I wanted to talk about here was Rutger, who's our Midnight. He goes by Midnight. He's our face. Then we've got Soren, who's our Agent X. Aitana is a soldier. Sid is our gunslinger, and Dade is our hacker. Now we have Rutger or Midnight selected. We can go here to talents, and you can see this here, right? So you have your various things and how long it takes to train them. Then you've got appearance, where you can customize the appearance of your various people. We can turn them into a woman. And we can change the clothing he's wearing and his face and all that stuff. And then here are the things that have like his team career, the team career scores. He has an empty score list, I guess, right? And if you here, what does that do? I wonder. Anyway, so we can go here and we can say, well, class training, we know what that does, right? Now let's set him up for training. If we go to class training, he's got 4 unspent points, and he can train 2 more talents. Now you can do this add multi-class, right? With the signature Delta Wire implant threaded down their entire spinal cord, the War Machine becomes a living integrated weapons platform capable of deploying a staggering array of cybernetic armaments. A walking arsenal of war, War Machine can focus on cybernetic claws, optical lasers, or powerful cybernetic pulse generators. This class requires cybernetic implant of type Delta Wire to be trained, and you can see it's grayed out, right? Cyber Sword, we can do this one because it's not grayed out. To keep the art of the blade alive in a trigger-happy world with high-tech nanoblades, they can accomplish incredible feats and combo kill through enemies. They're strong against close groups of enemies and can specialize in spiking drones. Cyber Swords have access to powerful defensive talents as well, but are reliant on the limited charges of their blades' ion bat for several abilities. And you have Agent X, Soldier, right? These are the ones that we're familiar with. You got your gunslinger, your hacker, etc., right? And you can see most of these require. Well, sniper does not. So he could become a sniper, could become a soldier. He can't become an Agent X without the nano hive implant. But I'm kind of on board with this whole cyber sword thing. So let's pick that. Okay, and then if we go here, this is his cyber sword tree. Okay, so we can. That is his level, I believe. Cyber Knight, Cyber Sword. So this is look ahead, quantum look ahead at a zone within 25 meters, debuffing with 2 initiative and predicting next movement of any enemy who passes into the zone until the end of next turn. Cannot predict targets in active combat. Okay, this is the regular Cyber Knight tree. Now, if we wanted to switch to the Cyber Sword tree, Detection Field, new talent. He can train 2 more talents. So this one gives you discharge melee weapon to stabilize a 6-meter long energy barrier, blocks movement and attack, but not sight, within 4 meters until the end of the next turn. So this will take down an energy barrier. It's kind of worthwhile, I think. Then we have Slash Slide, charge up to 5 meters in a straight line, melee attacking any enemy within 3 meters to either side of that line without generating recoil or triggering Overwatch. Targets must be in line of sight to be targeted. Now that sounds cool. Not gonna lie, that sounds cool. And what's this one? This one is Improved Power Slice. If melee attack hits, increase any damage by 10% on top of any Power Slice damage. And if melee weapon has Power Slice debuff, its duration is extended to last until the end of next turn. Man, that is some sweet stuff. I'm going to go for this for sure. Now we've got the radius. We can improve the radius, right? So he's got the talent, and you can see now we only have 1 more talent available. So you can see this here, right? And we could improve its range by 2. And that would add another one. This would add another charge. And that would reduce the rate. So I'm going to go for this one to open this branch up. So we'll train that. We're up to 7 now. And we can do this one. Yeah, that just adds another. Okay. We can do this one, which gains 1 max charge, giving us 2 charges. So we'll do that as well. And then we can do this. I'm going to train this sucker up to the max. Now, is this the right thing to do? I don't know, but we're going to give it a shot. All right, so that is what is free respec? Respec class training. Respec will remove all your train nodes. No, we don't want to do that. Respec is free for the first 10 days. Okay. All right, so he's got his Quantum Rider implant and his display link. All right, back. Now up here, what do we have? We have the market where you can shop underground networks, your inventory, your contacts, and your journal. And over here you have your nano scrubber, and then we have NBS cubes, which means nano bearing substrate cubes are the raw material component required for modern nanofab forges. Blue cubes, okay, then we got red cubes here. Enhanced supply that provides a 5% reduction of crafting time. So you can craft in the game as well. And then here are our United Digitals, UDs, Digis, credits, UDAs, UDubs, dollars, bucks, creds, lettuce, right? Money, basically, right? All right, now what do we have? If you go to that, so you can see the room, right? It's a level 2 barracks. It could be upgraded, but it would require level 2 power. And we're at our limit on simultaneous tasks anyway. And then down here you've got his background. So betrayed detective, lasting injuries, reinforced spine, faction insider, faction X, scars of betrayal, Milsec protocols. And his enemy is named Pat Byrne, district captain contact. You believe Pat Byrne was the one who had you ambushed to hide corruption within the force. So his background, as we saw up here, is betrayed detective. He was an ex-Brave Star detective who refused to back down. Okay, now his talents here, you can see his talents, and there's his appearance and his records. We multi-classed him, but that's for the entire team, I believe. Okay. So at this point, we're going to advance 24 hours, right? Well, I didn't necessarily want to go into that room, but you can see 24 hours for that to be done. So let's advance 24 hours. Now we're up to 7. Okay, it's done. Now, building a nano scrubber. Now that you've cleaned a room and upgraded the power utility, you are ready to build your first module. One of the most important modules in the safe house is the nano scrubber, which fights deadly nano pollution. All right. Building a new module. To construct the new module in your safe house, open room management and use the build module control. All right. So we'll come in here. And here's the control. You're ready to build your first module. Select this nano scrubber under build module and start a build task for it. So let's do that. You can hit the space bar. Okay. It's now started, I believe. You can find out by going back out. Select this under build module. Build task under it. 4 days. Build module. I don't see what. Oh, down here. Okay. That's where it was. It's at the bottom. All right, so this has a week left. Let's do our conversation with Tosca now. And I believe I screwed up his name in the previous video. The only way we're going to get answers is to confront Tosca. I have a feeling I'm not going to like hearing this, but we have to do it. But I need to know, what were you hiding from me? Wasn't hiding anything. Don't let him play us against each other. Time to find out what I forgot. There he is. IDK, I don't know. You finally returned my vids, huh? I don't know if I should be furious or happy to see you alive, Crit. Probably both. We had a deal, and then your crew of deranged mercenaries shot my secret lab to hell and jacked you out of the med tank like you were in prison or something. We made a damn good deal, Crit, then you broke it. And should we admit it? I think we should admit it. Let's play it straight, right? He's a former cop. Let's play it straight. Can't remember anything, Tosca. At least you were being straight about it, Crit. Remember, I have all your medical records from the splicing and the recovery. Short-term amnesia is not uncommon after laying the rider's quantum filaments into your brain. Based on your brain scan activity before someone ripped you out of the recovery tank, we had been worrying about memory loss. This is for the best anyway. We're all on the same level. You know we don't know, and we know that you know. What do we do next? Look, I could pretend to be pissed about your mercenaries shooting up my lab and killing my security, but I do not care at all. Okay, nice guy. What matters is that your heroic friends didn't kill you when they pulled you out of the tank. And by the look of this call's encryption protocols, the procedure was a success. We're legally dead for quite a while during the splice, so if our only loss is a little short-term memory and some of my night shift, I think we can call this a win. All right, next choice. You spliced a quantum rider into my spine. I'm willing to hear whatever else you have to say. It's very pragmatic of you. If it's a win, what's next? So now comes the part where you tell us what deal I made but don't remember. This seems awfully convenient. Go on, tell me more. Let's do this one. All right, let's hear it. Look, if you've got memory problems, then you need to talk to your friends about that one. It sounds like you were not straight with your team, but we had a deal. I have copious evidence if you want to see it. Security camera footage, crypt chat messages. I don't really care. You're either going to do the job you promised to do, or I will send headhunters to come collect my property from your spine. I'd hate for this to end badly for you and your entire team after we shook hands and everything, Crit. Let me see. I want to know what the deal is before I reject it. All right, tell us what the job is then. What was this deal? It's a small gig. It's no small gig, sorry. But you got a Cyber Knights Quantum Rider in trade, Joe, so it's worth every penny. We're going to recover some lost property. First, we need to recover a lost person, an ex-quant from Night Horizon. The Night Horizon, they crossed some red line with the Global Corporate Council in 2227 and had their charter revoked, right? And then the only megacorps of Boston, New Boston rather, descended on them like sharks at a feeding frenzy. The 7-day siege, it was messy, and then Night Horizon was no more. And all the sharks and little scavengers picked the bones clean. Our bone of interest is Vix, a quant who disappeared during the siege, but was kidnapped by the D cartel. It's been years, and they've kept Vix on a short leash, even installed a kill switch in his head. Lucky for him, I think he knows some things I need to know, so we're going to give him mercy. You're going to boost Vix for me. I've made a deal with him. We boost him, get him around the kill switch, and if he can give me the intel I need, I'll get him out of New Boston, start him somewhere fresh. That's the first step of our deal. You like the Cyber Knights computer, right? Let's do this. Well, do we want to find out what quants are first? Let's do that. Tell me again about quants. The first Cyber Knights were created in the early 2100s as data couriers and also as mobile quantum computers that could be used in the field away from the massive installation required for quantum computers. It wouldn't take long before enterprising splicers figured out how to make modifications and additions to the quantum riders to take it far beyond its original intention as a hardened crypto vault. And so every Cyber Knight is a little different. Cyber Knights and their quantum riders were sent into the quiet wars in the late 2100s. The corporations hooked them up with even more aggressive capabilities and counter-quantum measures. After that mess and the wave of mass desertions by the Cyber Knights, the Global Corporate Council outlawed their kind and created an enforcement arm to hunt them down. The GCC legally defined quant as a human being with a clean slate quantum rider, once again only used for its data vault and quantum compute power. To avoid the mistakes of the past, quants are endlessly monitored, checked, and rechecked to ensure they are not being used beyond their allowed purpose. And Crit says, Cyber Knight without the teeth. Ha! Don't start feeling competitive now. You could say that. You'd say also Cyber Knight without the freedom. Quants are basically corporate property. All right, we're going to boost this quant. Why not? I mean, do we need to make enemies right off the bat? Probably not. We'll find out what's going on here. You mentioned a kill switch. The D cartel have implanted a neurotoxin injector into Vix's skull. If he tries to bolt, they'll deploy the toxin. He'll die in minutes. I've had time to study the D cartel method, so your team will be equipped with EpiX injectors. We'll need to stab Vix in the heart. That's the way to save him. Once you've deployed the injector, he will be moving again in no time. You've got everything you need, Cyber Knight. Let's see what you can do. Tosca's Straylight Flip is ready to be planned in the command HQ. Okay. Well, let's let Dade here give us a report. Gather the team. The news streams are blowing up. This affects us all. The whole dome. What is it? Whoa, that looks big. The UNA, New Boston, and the 5 megacorps who run the dome have ratified a change to the city's charter to add a new megacorp. The massive German conglomerate, Warner Brown Global, is coming to town. They've been working on that for years, haven't they? I never thought it would really happen. The report the UNA has published actually has details. It's not a Blaze piece by some marketing pod. Every shareholder in every megacorp is going to be uneasy about this one. Do they think a rare moment of transparency from our government will calm them? Make your choice and continue. A megacorp moving to a new charter city. That operation must be massive. They're going to flood the biotech market in a good way. They must have paid off everyone from here to the top of the dome to make it happen. Boy. I'm going to go with this one. It sounds a little bit like he would be, a little bit suspicious, let's say. Looking over this high-level report, yes, they did. Warner Brown Global is obligated to buy a ton of property from the other megacorps, who will sell them only the crappiest spots. And Warner Brown must join the UNA in 3 major joint venture research projects, who are sure to leak their secrets to the highest bidder, and they will foot the bill for the construction of Ward 11. You're kidding. Oh, they got played. That's a big bribe. Okay, so we can do legwork. We need to get someone sniffing around the Warner Brown Global Enclave to see if we can quietly get in touch with someone. We can delay it and say we're done with this for now. We can consider the legwork to make a Warner Brown connection later. Let's, oh boy, do we want to do the legwork? I don't think he's back yet. Let's delay. Okay. An event's been added to our timeline. All right, cool. Yeah, right here. In 13 days and 18 hours. So he's got 18 hours left on his legwork. Let's wait for completion. Dade has returned in a hurry. I went digging and it was all looking good, but then some McKellen agents came after me. So we weren't wrong about that. Tosca was using a black site biolab. Well, his connection runs deeper than that. Tosca is a corporate VP in one of McKellen's many biomedical divisions. Of course, corporate VPs would have their own private black site labs. Who's surprised? I wasn't able to find anything else about the lab, but once I had found his public identity, I pulled a lot of corp record and caught up on the rumors. Tosca's division nearly failed a few years ago. It was on the verge of being shut down. The division covers a tough segment, cybernetic implants for humans working in industrial and fab environments. In 2219, they released a cybernetic skeletal upgrade called Heavy Lift and sold it hard to their own McKellen Blue Card workers. At the time, there was pressure to pay for a Heavy Lift system or lose your Blue Card, which is everything: your citizenship, your job, your benefits. Things went well for a bit. Heavy Lift had a major deploy at Ultratech and was close to cloning a UNA contract. Then the dam broke. They had been repressing and bribing Heavy Lift users who were having all sorts of issues. Heavy Lift was breaking limbs, had outright killed a few people, and hundreds of cases came out where faulty hardware caused permanent damage to connective tissue. Some users need full body joint replacement. How many corporate shining stars are built on lies and cover-ups? All of them. We can imagine McKellen's easiest move would have been to nuke the division and end Tosca's career. But something else happened. Tosca's still running shop. In fact, he moved up the food chain somehow. Yeah, the division made a very unexpected pivot. They went from cybernetics to a surprise release of a hit biomedical treatment called V-Ups. It completely outclassed Heavy Lift and even provided systems for bioprotection in radioactive environments, a win-win for orbital construction. It was big enough to push Heavy Lift out of the conversation, and the UNA contract doubled in size and signed with V-Ups instead. And so the megacorp forgot the failure and embraced the success. Something about it seems too good to be true. A lot of McKellen's competitors said so. There were claims of corporate espionage, but no one could produce any evidence that V-Ups was their technology. The underground biomodding community loves it. They say V-Ups is a truly unique piece of biocoding. And from the rumor mill, it sounds like V-Ups has quietly gained a few hush-hush MilSec contracts as well. Perhaps they've modified it for military use. Good work, Dade. At least we have gotten a look behind the curtain and know who this hacker really is. So is that what Tosca is lining us up to do? Steal more biotech to keep his division alive? And we get a note that Tosca's position as a McKellen corporate vice president has been revealed. Okay. Good info. Let's do this mothball op. It's probably easier than this one, and that's a high-stakes mission. This is also a high-stakes mission, and it's a unique opportunity. It will not likely occur again. This is your one shot to take it or leave it. We're doing it. Let's plan it. All right. So mixed stealth and combat. Hacking is optional. Gray matrix host. Okay. So, mission brief. This is against Ultratech. The Ultratech facility is still holding valuable, I'm guessing valuable, corporate property that has been pushed off priority security lists and effectively shuttered. It's an excellent target for a smash and grab heist. Okay, we must make our own rewards by stealing whatever we can during the raid. Go to mission planning. Okay, main path. Resupply depot. Built straddling two key transport interchanges. This installation has potential to be a key commercial artery. We have clearance to steal some our way to profit. We need to take it. Okay, we're going to plan this path. That's not available. That's too much money. We could use this leverage, but I'm not going to. Okay, prep 4 mercs for deployment. Well, crit's going. I mean, we got to bring our leader out. Fearless Leader comes out for the first one. This is his loadout. Okay, so this is what we have in inventory, I guess. Need to get a... Alright, then we'll bring Soren and Sid. Now, Dade or Itana. Dade is a hacker, and it said there is some opportunity for some hacking. So let's bring Dade. Let's have Dade come along for a little help here. All right. Yep, okay. Just looking at what else we have here. The defensor pistol, the gun. He's got a slant blade. Okay, let's go. Play Matrix tutorial. You're about to start a mission with Matrix terminals, and only your hacker can access. Let's do the tutorial because I've not done this. All right, Matrix tutorial. So let's have him do this. All right, this hacking tutorial aims to teach you the most important gameplay features when hacking a Matrix host. If you mess one up, you can retry turn or restart mission regardless of your difficulty choices. Okay, let's go. Time to ride. Terminals marked hackers only connect to a facility's Matrix network, a digital environment, only accessible to squad members with the hacker class. Hover over a Matrix terminal to see all the security devices. That might be it right there. First time you click on a Matrix terminal will set a movement destination to it. Okay. Instructions are coded in a gold style font. Let's do it. All right. Which one is it? There it is. So we'll move here. And we'll start hacking. Plugged in. Okay. Welcome to Matrix hacking, a valuable way to disable security, open doors, steal pay data, and blueprints or complete missions you've chosen that require a hacker. Hackers were optional for this mission, just saying. But I do want to know how to do this. This is probably a fairly significant portion of your gameplay options, I would think. So let's go. Matrix goals. You must scan nodes to identify the intrusion countermeasures guarding them and load programs to disable or destroy it. Okay. Scanning nodes. The node you're in is already identified, an access terminal node at scan level 1-2. Scanning it again will reveal any hidden trap IC within this node and identify the nodes connected to it. Okay, click the scan program once to load it. Scan again. Okay. Let's see. Good. Now you know there are no trap IC here. You can see what type of node is next. And most importantly, you can now see a brick wall icon below that node representing what kind of IC it contains. There are three types of IC: active, radar icon; passive, brick wall; and trap, spider web. You have programs with matching icons at the bottom. I see them. Okay, so let's see. So we gotta... I think we have to load this. Load sleaze program. And then we come up here, connect to it. All right, intrusion countermeasure. All IC, also called ICE, by hackers, are hostile quantum constructs. You'll need to use programs, talents, or matrix navigation skills to get past many ICE, but you don't have to deal with all of them. Spend your resources wisely. Okay, passive ICE. Passive ICE actually usually prevent you from doing something. The one in this node is a tar pit, and it's blocking your ability to connect to other nodes. You're trapped here until you can neutralize it. Okay, your sleaze program can poison a passive ICE's routines and threads, causing it to disable itself. Use the sleaze against target for 3 matrix points. Hack. Execute. Okay. Now that we've disabled it, we can continue our hack. The next step is to run our scan program again. Okay. Load scan, scan 2.2. Look into adjacent nodes, load programs to deal with the IC you detected there. Okay, I think I got this. Tally per node, multiple factors can adjust the QSEC tally cost. Here in yellow, like the host rating, the type of node you're in, ICE, and QSEC installations. Forcing QSEC installation, you'd already gained some QSEC tally by connecting to and then running a program in this access node. Now the tutorial has increased your tally to 59 of 60. It's one action short of forcing a rise in the QSEC level and installation. Okay, let's run the scan. Escalation, lethal biofeedback. Okay, escalation strikes. Escalation can take many forms. This one dealt your hacker some hit point damage from biofeedback. Damage in the matrix can target your hit points, potentially wounding you, could reduce you to 0. Cyberdeck, requiring repairs or burning it out. Connection health, disconnecting you and dazing your hacker with dump shock. Some talents and Cyberdeck upgrades can protect you. Okay, hacking log. All your actions and all the QSEC AI and ICE's actions are recorded as entries in the hacking log. Okay, deception program. So this one's got the radar icon. So we have to load this guy. Program charges. When you use a program's final charge, it automatically unloads and no longer takes up active memory. If you have enough matrix AP and IO, you may reload the program to refresh its charges or use the newly freed up active memory space to load a different program. Okay. Select the firewall node and use the connect action. Firewall node. Buster. Okay, the best strategy is to deal with the most threatening active ICE first and passive ICE second. If your action disables or destroys an active IC, it can't react. Okay, so we are going to this. Right, we see 860. Okay, right, forcing end of turn. Okay, so we're at 0, so we have to end our turn, disconnecting, end your action. End your action now and observe how your matrix AP refreshes, your IO buffer empties, and any programs you've loaded into active memory stay loaded for the next turn. Okay, so we end. Locating the CPU. Now that we've dealt with this node's active ICE and refreshed all of our action pools by ending our turn, we are ready to infiltrate deeper into the host. Spoiler, the next node is the CPU, the central processing unit, which of course I already knew. The quantum heart of the matrix host. CPUs are scan resistant. May only be scanned from inside the node, not from an adjacent node. So if you encounter an adjacent node, that will not scan. You know you're at the CPU's doorstep. Once you dive into a CPU, you have to go in blind, so be ready for a fight. Full scan firewall. Complete a scan action to bring the firewall node to scan 2.2, but note how this node is to the north still does not reveal any details. Okay, so scan. That's the CPU. Scan 2.2 and see nothing new. You found the CPU. You can also see this in the hacker log. CPU located. Okay. There's only one CPU in a matrix host. Once inside, scanning a CPU node to level 2.2 will reveal much of the matrix host map, upgrading 50% of unscanned nodes to scan level 1.2. Spiking the CPU covered next will cripple the QSEC AI. Hacker talents. In addition to your programs, you also have hacker talents trained and upgraded from your previous class tree, which can be used in the matrix. The upcoming CPU will be a challenge to prepare. Use both your hard shell and overclock talents now. Hard shell. Immediately gain plus 30 cyber deck. Sealed. Temporary health for the duration of the attack. Okay. Now run the second talent. Overclock. Buff your matrix avatar with plus 10 matrix action points. Plus 80 qubits per second. IO speed and damage cancel 3%. Turn. CPU ready. Let's go. Alright, so connect. Welcome to the CPU, the tough quantum core of the machine. Your objective is to crush the matrix host's defenses by injecting a virus spike. Before a CPU can be spiked, two conditions must be met. It must be at scan 2-2, and all ICE must be destroyed, not just disabled. Right now, our only way to do this is to use the attack program. So we have to scan first. C. Load attack program. Okay. Attack loaded. You must pick which IC or ICE you want to attack first. Depending on how much hit points an IC has, it may take more than one run of your attack program to destroy it. Okay, use your attack program to destroy both. Okay. You've destroyed the first IC. Okay. Finish scanning to spike. Okay, so we have to reload the scan program. Scan. Now we can spike it. We do that with the hack. Boom, we should be done. Viral spike has been deployed into the remote host CPU. My work is done here. Primary objective is complete. CPU spiked. Spiking a CPU reduces the current QSEC level by up to 2 entire levels. As the QSEC tally rises again, it will skip the next 2 escalations, giving you time to operate with impunity as you loot and hack the rest of the host. Another node type, the APU, Alarm Processing Unit, can also be spiked, reducing the physical world sec level by 1. This tutorial host is a simple layout with modest defenses, but more challenging hosts await you. A host rating indicates how powerful its starting defenses are and what types of ICE will be already installed in nodes. Ratings start with the easiest, which are gray. And I do remember seeing that they have gray ICE at this, on this mission. And advance to green, yellow, orange, red, and finally ultra. For the matrix objectives, now your CPU is spiked and your primary objectives complete. You can disconnect and end the tutorial, or you can explore a couple of additional nodes on your own to see how you can steal digital assets or use control nodes to disable or force open meat space security systems. Meat space. The physical world. Remember to be wary of trap ICE, which can only be detected from inside a node by scanning again. Okay. Exiting the matrix. Disconnecting matrix action points are 10 to 1 with real world action points rounded down. So if you have 38 AP, you'll have 3 AP back in meat space. Okay, all you need to know, find ways to increase your resource efficiency to do more in matrix with fewer QSEC escalations. Upgrade your cyber deck and programs from the safe house for more advantages. Check the Cyber Knights wiki, linked from the main menu, for advanced tips, node type listings, and more. It's the end of the tutorial. Happy Let's see. Do we want to do something different here? Data warehouse. Scan it. Tripwire. Okay. Okay, so we downloaded it. And what is this one? I see Locker. We already have our Sleaze program uploaded. Oh, it's a camera. Okay. And we can hack it. Nice. All right. I think we're done here. And let's just end actions. How do I finish this? Hard disconnect. Nine left. Yeah, whatever. Dump shock. Thought it was over after 11 turns. I'm not sure why that was a failure, but whatever. Ready to get moving here. Let's do our heist. We already did this. So it undid everything I already did. Okay. I have to do this all over again. Remember, team, we are here on our own ticket. Let's get comfortable with Crit's new abilities and make a bit of money while we are at it. Okay, Crit says there should be plenty of blueprints, files, and equipment here. These megacorps aren't too smart. Ultra Tech has loot boxes all over. We'll hit everything we can before it gets too hot. Then we make a quick retreat into the shadows. Let's keep a close eye on our exits. We've got more than one option, and if things heat up quickly, we may need to make a break for it. Scout ahead, plan a route, and keep your options open. When running a heist, we are a small and fast strike force. We must use stealth, speed, and firepower to our advantage. But we also need to know when to leave and make a break for the extraction points. If the sec tally goes high enough, the sec AI will get to take a defensive action in an escalation. One such action is to call reinforcements, which can be done multiple times. Okay. Soren is first. All right, so let's take a quick scan around here. We got some enemies over here. A camera there. Which would mean that there's a lockbox. That must be the extraction point, perhaps. There's a lockbox. Some wires. What do we got in here? That looks like that's something useful. Motion field sensor. More security. Okay, interesting. That's outside, I guess. Okay, let's All right, let's see what we can find here. Soren. They will hear him, so we switch to sneak, and they will not hear him. Go there. He's out of action points. I should have zoomed in because I didn't realize that was like not cover there. He's looking that way, and he's kind of looking that way. So, good to know. So I'm going to end Soren. Sid is up. Here. Link watch. Watch those guys. Here's Crit. Now, looking at his abilities, look ahead. Predicting the next movement. He's also got Security Scramble. Pre-computed advantage. Let's move. I forgot to sneak. Oops. All right. They see Soren. Well, that was not great. I can take cover. And I think we're going to end his turn. Now it's up to Dade. He is still hidden. There. Take this guy down. Missed. He's out of turns there. Okay, one down. Well, I wasn't planning on going in hot, but as usual, I screwed up. So we will do what we need to do here. Let's take this guy down. I don't know if I need to use the twin iron. Let's just shoot him. I'm just going to shoot you, dude. All right, two down. Now let's move. Let's move. All right. Soren. Send Dade up as well. right, Sid. Let's see. Door. The loot box. Guess we should head that way. Right. Next. Crit. Aid. And the enemy. That's our next guy that we're probably going to have to take care of. I'm sure I'm not missing anything back over here. I don't think I am. Oh, look at that. Can't soar and move there. Oh, he's over here. Okay. Let's backtrack him, I guess, which means he might end up in a fight. 2. There's a lot of enemies here. Uh-oh. Oh, how did he not see that? True sight weapon, Tarisk vent, NBS cube. Well, we'll just take all of that. Thank you very much. Looted 1 of the 6 lockboxes. Alright, he's done. Let's turn this around. Yeah, I don't want to do that. Ugh, he can see. Shoot, I was hoping not to have to do that. Right? You get there. He's gonna hear it. Not enough ammo. He's done. Research report 3, smoke grenade, take all. Okay. Now, end his turn, and we'll move on, and here comes somebody else. And he spotted Dade. Two guys up here. I'm going to see if I can disable this. Security scramble. Yes, we can, apparently. Wait a minute. I thought Is it disabled or not? Oh, it does say disabled. Okay. Go that. Oh, he's out. Okay. Dade, who's been spotted. Shoot this guy. Uh, oh man, Dade. Okay, good. Now, can he move? No. Dang it, Dade. We need to bring him up behind this other guy who's all the way up here. How close can he get? Get there without him being heard. There's the ear, so we need to back it off a little bit. Go there. Now I think he can probably take a pop at him. Maybe not. No line of sight. Okay. Just hold off. Sid. Got 3 more loot boxes. One of which must be right there. Or something. Something's right there. Seems like they would have something there for some reason, right? There's one. There's the Matrix host. Okay. Send him. He's out of actions. Shoot, I wanted to shoot at him, but I didn't do it. Okay. Well, no, we're probably gonna get shot at. Found a missing guard, investigating. Comes back up. Okay, and there's a loot box. Alright. Soren. Send him this way. Next. Shit. That was a mistake. I did not mean to do that. Oh, shoot, dude. Okay, that's why Sid is very, very useful. Not gonna lie, big fan of Sid right now. All right, let's move him over here, or at least no. You know what? Let's just have him post up here. Okay, now move on. Dade, we're gonna send you this direction. Guards. First, let's heal him up. Let's move him up here. That. Dade. Go. Let's see. Oh, so that camera rotates. That's the deal. Okay. What is this? Pressure sensor. This is interesting. Well, he's out of moves. I didn't even know that guy was there. Alright, so let's see if Soren. This is an experimental maneuver here. Let's see if he can ghost or glitch. He can glitch there without setting that off. Now we have to wait. Next charge in 5 turns. So that was probably not the smartest move. Let's see if we can do something that might. Motion field detector 2. Well, we can glitch. I don't know. Where are we going to glitch to? Well, you can go through there. 20 pure damage and adds +1 security tally if tripped. Security level is 4. Okay. Well, I guess for now we're just going to have him hang. Let's put him here in the corner. If we can. All right. Move on. New guard coming. Okay, he's down. Let's put him in here for this. Thought he was in cover there. Ah, okay. So let's move him here. I'm going to have him disable. What do we want him to do? Security scramble. Uh, I do want to use that ability, but we don't have a chance yet. So let's just have him hide up here for now. End his turn. Now Sid. Oh, we got more. Oh, 4 more? 3 more? It's like 3 more. Oh, we got a captain. Phyto. Okay. How long can he throw that? Not far enough, I guess. Why is he not attacking him? Hmm. He's out of that now. So he's gonna take his turn. Now let's bring him in. All right, we get to hack now. Oh, he's out of actions. Okay, so he can't hack till next turn. And he ran into the shock, so that's cool. All right. Guess he can't shoot this guy. Not enough ammo. Reload. Now we can do it. Oh, God. Come on, Sid. Took a shot there. He took a shot as well. Things are getting hairy. Definitely getting hairy here. Don't want to go that way. I want to go this way. That. This thing got turned back on. I didn't realize it was going to do that. Wish we could kill this guy. So we get our glitch back in 2 turns. Right. Alright, date is up, so he can hack now. Okay, here we go. Null ident system comp. Okay. Scan. I see tar pit. Okay. Jammer. Sub-processing unit. It's down here, I wonder. Okay. Going to scan it. Another sub-processing unit. Are we out of actions here? Guys are hard to kill, man. Okay. I'll take that. I see Overlord. That's program loading. Hmm. I guess we can't really do anything here. Because we can't get around this. Unless we come back here and load sleaze, scan. Now if we go here, we can scan again. We should be able to sleaze this now. Yes. Okay. Tracer. Oh boy, look at that. Data warehouse. Uh-oh. We gotta load that. Okay. Oh, I guess we're done. Oh. wonder if we can do this now. Whoops, wrong way. Can I do my cyber slash slide? I guess I can't because of the thing being up, maybe? That was a long shot for sure. It's looking more and more like a bad idea. Okay. This trap has triggered. Okay. In order to, oh, we got to scan again. Okay. So, how do we scan again? Disabled sleeping. Scan program. Now we can scan. No, we don't want it. Whoops. What I want to do is this. What can we do to this trap thing? Disarm. Already scanned it. All IC must be destroyed. Oh. Okay, so let's unload this. Load that. I guess we're out now. So we have to go back there, and then we can end the turn. All right, now Sid. Gotta kill some people here, Sid. It's out of ammo. Come on, man. He dead? I guess he's dead. Unfortunately. I shouldn't be laughing, but that sucks, yeah. Alright, moving on. That must be a loot box. Or something. Oh, come on, man. Not enough ammo. Okay. Back to here. Connect. Now we have to use the attack. Spike it. Oh, that's all nice stuff, man. Oh, damn it. Can I use this? Maybe because I don't have the sword yet? I don't know why I can't use this. Not enough ammo. Yeah, that must be what it is. Oh, wait a minute. Hmm. Yeah, this this is bad. We've got two guys down. It's just Dade and me now. We need to get the heck out of Dodge if we can. And we're probably not going to be able to. Yeah, he's going to be down here in a moment. Oh, Jesus. Oh, thank God. Victory. We lost 2 of our men. Oh, man. We're on the way out now, trying to count up what we were able to steal. We got some sorting and tagging to do here, but in the meantime, well done, team. I'm going to go with that was some rough road. Could have gone better. Ultratech still has their claws in that place. They aren't ready to turn it over to a pack of thieves and heisters yet. We can view our loot in the market for physical items and cold storage for any digital files. We can see if specific contacts are interested in buying our stolen offerings. Oh, okay. Oh, Soren and Sid both survived. Earned codename Ice. Soren, good job. I thought they were dead. I really thought they were dead. Okay, well, that's good, I guess. Look what we got. We got some good loot, man. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 rare, or epic, rather, and 4 rare. And a bunch of common and legendary. Liberator Mecha. Cool. All right. Well, that was long. I was not planning on this taking as long as it did, but of course, because I did a lot of stuff up front with the safe house and everything, that kind of made this last long. I didn't want to bail before the mission was over, but now that the mission is over, we're going to wrap it up right here. As always, thanks for watching. Again, I will mention, please consider liking, sharing, and or subscribing. If you're already a subscriber, I thank you for your support. It is greatly appreciated. But for now, we are done. And, I do have memberships now for the channel. So if you're interested in supporting the channel, check out the join button. There's a video there that explains the perks of being a member. And I will likely add new perks down the road as soon as I'm able to. Right now, I'm kind of locked in. But just something to consider. No pressure. But again, appreciate you guys watching. Hope you'll come back and check this out down the road. Check out further episodes of this particular campaign or any of the other things I'm going to be doing. So, thanks again. I'm Joe, signing off here on Hexed Countered. So until next time, as always, happy gaming.